Hey, how's it going? Otaku Mike here, back again with another haul video. It is the end of October. We're moving into November, so I got a bunch of cool books to show you guys. But first, as of recording this, the CBC Awards are over, Comic Book Community Awards are over. I just gotta say, it was fun to just be a part of it and seeing everybody and like the whole community come together. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I popped pretty hard for all the people who won because I was like, oh my god, I can't believe they won. I had to go congratulate everybody because I just having a fun time watching it. So I definitely recommend go checking it out. I will leave a description down below in the comments for this video. So go check it out. You can get to check out a bunch of different other creators out there that aren't just me, but there's some pretty cool ones out there. A big, huge laundry list of creators to check out. But I got a bunch of books to show you guys. I know I say that kind of every time, but I got a bunch of books to show you guys. So I got this stack right here. This is all my DC. Then we have all of my independent stuff right here. Then we have the Marvel books right there. And then these are actually all the books that I call my wall books, which are the books that I really like the artwork for, and I put them on my wall. I guess I'll have to do a video and show everybody like all the different books that are behind me, because it kind of is starting to curve around in this little corner and go up and little down too. So I'm getting a lot of books here and there. But yeah, I'll show these off. These are pretty cool. First, I'll show these off. So we have actually Green Arrow. This is Green Arrow number 7 from 2001. Kevin Smith and Phil Hester. I found this for $5, and it was signed by Phil Hester at a Half Price Books, which is pretty cool. Then I picked up this Supergirl issue just because it had Supergirl and crypto on it, and I was like, it's a crypto cover, I gotta pick it up because I love me some crypto. So I picked that up, and it's going on the wall because I thought it was a pretty fun little cute little picture. Then we have Harley Quinn. This is number 55 right here. This is part of the pumpkin spice variant covers. I got a couple of them back there, which I really have been enjoying that little series. I didn't get all of them, sadly, but I did pick up a few here and there that my comic shop were kind enough to order for me. Shout out to C&G's Comics and Toys. Shameless plug right there. Go check them out. I'll leave a link down below. You can check them out and see how they are. They're a pretty cool comic book shop. If you're ever in Texas, come check it out. So then we have actually Green Lantern number 75 right here. I picked this one up because Boston brand Dead Man was on the cover. And I really like Dead Man. Not a big Green Lantern fan, but I like Dead Man. Then we have this one. This is Batman number 2. This is one of a series of variant covers that are coming out. I think the next one is the Batmobile. Then there's the utility belt, and I think Batman's cowl is the next one. This is a set of like blueprints that are pretty cool with like with all this like tech and stuff on it, which I thought was cool to hang up behind me and do like a row of them. I think there's like maybe 4 or 5 of these that are coming out. I don't know. So that one was pretty cool. And then I picked this one up because this one just kind of reminded me of Ghost in the Shell. That's one of my favorite animes. But this is Absolute Batman issue number 13 with Selena Kyle on the front cover, Catwoman. Like, you can't go wrong with that. People are going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on this cover, I feel like. Yeah, those are all the books that I picked up for my wall books. Let's move into the Marvel books that we got going on here. I have to say, as somebody who has gotten back into collecting and has, been pretty fair with like the DC Marvel pool, I feel like every week, and giving books a shot and stuff, Marvel has definitely been letting me down, and I've dropped a lot of books on my Marvel pull list, and I've been focusing more on DC, which is sad to say, because I want like Marvel to succeed and stuff, but man, DC is like killing it right now, I feel like, and they're really firing on all cylinders. But the books I picked up for Marvel for this month, I picked up Ultimate Wolverine issue number 10. This series has been a pretty good read, except for like one issue was kind of like eh. This series has been pretty good so far. Then we have a series that is ending, which I had I really liked it, and I thought it was pretty fire. And it's starting to slowly go downhill. Is Eddie Brock Carnage? This is ending with 10 issues. Hopefully, it finishes really strong. They promised us kind of a lot of stuff, like where Eddie was gonna fight different villains and stuff. He's only technically, I think, fought like 2 villains at this point. Um, but yeah, hopefully it ends strong, and maybe we'll get another Eddie Brock something series moving forward. But yeah, one I have dropped, which is sad to say. And it's really only because my pool list is getting too big, and I have to thin things out. Thin things out to be like, come on, it's getting a little too expensive. So I got Spider-Man and Wolverine. This is, what issue is this? This is issue number 6 right here, which I don't know. I might wait for this in trades. This might jump back onto my pool list. I don't know. We'll have to see with that, which I'm kind of behind on it anyways. So I don't mind not getting it. It's not on top of my pile to read all the time. Then we have Predator Kills the Marvel Universe, issue number 3. Have not read this yet, but I have a cool homage to Weapon X Wolverine. I have to say it's pretty cool. These ones are a lot of fun if you want to get into the miniseries and stuff like that. I think the next one coming out is Aliens Captain America, which I find to be really, really cool. Cool concept in my opinion. Hope it's strong. I think it's written by Benjamin Percy as well, maybe. I don't remember who the writer is on it, but I think it's Benjamin. I don't remember. But then we have Iron Fist, or Undead Iron Fist, issue number 2, where he is fighting Daredevil at this point. First issue was a pretty fun read. I hope it continues to be as decent as issue number 1 was, especially when we get Daredevil involved. You can't go wrong with that. Then we have Punisher Red Band, issue number 2. Have yet to read this, but I did really enjoy issue number 1, so I hope it continues to have that same momentum moving forward. I did find out, though, that after this miniseries is done with, we are getting an ongoing Punisher series written by the same person who wrote this miniseries. Now, here's the thing. Why didn't they just make this an ongoing series? Were they afraid the Punisher wasn't going to do well in today's climate? Maybe because of the subject matter. I don't know. But it's interesting to see that they're doing a mini series and they're doing an ongoing series right after. So hopefully it keeps that momentum moving forward. I don't know, but we'll see. But one that I am not throwing off my list is Black Cat issue number 3, which I'm still going to keep Punisher. I'm going to give issue 1 of Punisher, the new series coming out, a try. This one has been pretty fun. It's been a little slow, but I will say you can't go wrong. When it makes me laugh, it makes me laugh, and I got to keep getting it because it's funny. But the story is kind of moving at a snail's pace at the moment. Let's see, where do we go from here? Let's go with the indie books. So we have Harley Quinn X Elvira. Who thought we would get this as a crossover? But we're getting it as a crossover. This book was actually pretty fun. It was a fun little read. I think it's going to be 4 or 5 issues, if I remember correctly. Yeah, a lot better than Deadpool Batman, I have to say. This is a lot better than that book. That book was trash. And I can't believe I spent $8 for it. Then we have Return to Sleepy Hollow. This is issue number 1. I did not get this for me. I got it for my girlfriend. She likes all the creepy gothic stuff out there. So she wanted to get it. So I added it to my pull list for her. As well as this, Hello Halloween, issue number 1. I did not know this was tied into Hello Darkness at all. I thought this was just a weird one-shot we got for this. I read this. It's weird. It's out there, but it's interesting. Then we have Darkstalkers Street Fighter. This is number 1. This is Dark Love number 1. This is part of the second part of the crossover for Darkstalkers Street Fighter. Haven't read it yet. Haven't read issue 1 yet, so not much to say about that. Exquisite Corpses number 6. I have to say, I read like the first, I think like issue or 2, I think I might have got to issue 3, and I was like, I don't know if I really am enjoying like the direction this is going. I was kind of bored with it. And then we get to like issue 4 and 5, and I was like, oh, things are like picking up, and things are getting really interesting, and like some unexpected things are happening. And I was like, okay, I'm on board with this. Let's go. Because I know number 1 kind of just, hit the ground running, and then it was a little slow moving forward, just saying, with issue number 2. And I was like, I don't want this to be a stinker, but it might be a stinker. But luckily, it was not a stinker. Then we have Battle Beast issue number 6 right here. Can't go wrong with this. This book keeps getting better with each and every issue. I know there's some people out there who's like, I don't like Battle Beast. And that's okay. This book is not for you. Then we have, we have Racer X issue number 2, and then we have Speed Racer issue number 3 right here. I didn't realize I had to read these back to back. So you have to read Speed Racer first and then Racer X. That's how you have to read this book, because they're so like intertwined at this moment. I kind of wish Racer X was it's doing its own thing and not so intertwined with Speed Racer at the moment. But I will say they are definitely both pretty strong reads. I think Speed Racer is the stronger of the 2 at this point. But we only have 2 issues for Racer X, so it's not like I feel like a fair judgment at this point, but they are pretty good reads. I have to say, I just wish Racer X kind of did its own thing, and I wasn't reading things that I just read from a different perspective in Speed Racer. Shredder issue number 2. I will have a review coming out on my channel for this one. This one was a lot better than issue number 1. I know I was pretty harsh on issue number 1 when I did my review on it, but things start to pick up in issue number 2, and it shows you why Shredder is really feared, and and is like not to be like messed with. And you get a new artist within this one as well, so like there's 2 different artists doing double duty on this. It's pretty strong issue. We'll see how issue 3 goes. I might change my mind on issue 3. I don't know. Then we have TMNT Journeys issue number 2. This was a fun read. I don't know if I'm going to continue this or not. I might give it an issue 3. It's fun. It's just, I don't know if I need to continue picking this up, because it's really just a reprint of an old series that never got finished. It just has different mature turtle vibes. But I mean, it's not a terrible read. Not a terrible read for sure. They do some interesting things in issue number 2. Then we have one of the books that I've really been enjoying. I wish more people read it, because it's awesome. It's awesome sauce. We have Ghost Pepper issue number 4 right here. This one, Loloy, Ash, and Jiminy actually get a new companion to join their food truck shenanigans. I won't spoil who it is, but they're a pretty fun little character. Well, actually, they're kind of a big character. But yeah, things start to move in this book and move fast. And then we have one that I just did a review on. This is Werewolf issue number 1. This is about a guy who's not really good at anything who stops an alien invasion. Surprisingly, pretty fun read for a first issue. I don't know if it's going to continue to be fun after this, but yeah, I can't really complain about it. It was an interesting, fun read. Then we have Starship Godzilla. I'm not reading any of the other Godzilla books at this time. I feel like Marvel kind of like left a sour taste in my mouth with Godzilla and all those stupid crossovers that happened. But Starship Godzilla is fun because it has robots and aliens and giant robots that are dinosaur dragon things. Mechagodzilla is a starship. It's pretty cool. It really gives off Cowboy Bebop vibes if you've ever seen that. This was actually a fun first read, and I can't wait to see where issue 2 goes for that. Then we have probably the book that is on the top of my read pile whenever it comes out, like on like the third or fourth week each month. I get so excited to read this book. This is Escape issue number 3 right here. This book keeps me on the edge of my seat the entire time I'm reading it and does some pretty crazy things for a war book. But I definitely recommend checking this out if you haven't read it or not, or just checking out issue number 1, see how you feel about it. Solid read for sure. Then we have issue number 12 of TMNT. This is the end of Jason Aaron's run on this. I can't believe we already got to 12 issues. I have to say, for those who are worried about what is to come with the Turtles book, this is a solid read, and it does leave some pretty interesting breadcrumbs later on to see if the other writer will pick up these breadcrumbs. Like, they're too big to ignore at this point. But solid read, and everything comes together in this last issue for Jason Aaron's run on this. Like, it is phenomenal run. And I can't wait to review the other books that I haven't reviewed yet and talk about them because I just really love this run that's been going on. Then we have this is the annual for TMNT for 2025. This one is a bridge between this story arc that I just talked about with the next story that's starting up. It's not an essential read, but it does kind of add more to like what the brothers have been doing since like when they went on their own separate ways. It's pretty fun. Pretty fun little stories in there to check out, and it had a nice fitting ending. Then we have one, if you're looking to get into more Westerns. I know some people out there are like, man, I really like Westerns, but nobody has a Western comic book for me. Well, do I have a Western comic book for you guys? This is Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa right here. Look at this awesome like connecting cover right there. You can't go wrong with that. Look, I know it's kind of stupid to have cows as cowboys, but man, this book is a strong read, and it's a fun read. So many cow puns out there. I don't know why I'm slipping into my Texas accent right now. So many cow puns in this book, and like it's just fun. It's just fun and silly, and but it does kind of take itself a little seriously. So it's weird, but it's better than that Biker Mice from Mars book that came out like a couple months ago. This so much better. Only 4 issues, so it's not going to be a long read. Plus, I mean, nostalgia. Come on. Then we have right here, we have the Umbrella Academy Plan B. This is issue number 3 right here. Have not read the first 2 yet because I'm waiting to get all of it and I can read it in one go. Is this last one? Yeah. Last but not least, for all of my indie titles, last but not least, we have Speed Racer Tales from the Road. This is a new, I think it's a quarterly series that's coming out. This is like an anthology series, kind of like how Mutant Nation was, but this is going to focus on one story, and then it's going to continue with a backup story with like Chim Chim, and is it Chim Chim and Spritle, I think it is. I don't remember what the monkey's name is, but this particular first issue deals with Racer X, and that is all the indie books I got. Now let's move on to some DC books. All right, let's end it strong with DC. Just saying. Okay, so let's get this over here. So we have Absolute Batman Annual number 1. I have not read it, but I hear a lot of people are really enjoying it, or you really hate it. I don't know what camp you're in, but I hear it's a decent read. You know, I'm just way behind on my Absolute Batman right now. So we'll see if I end up getting to us in 2025. Who knows? Then we have one, this is an anthology. This is actually like a premium book right here. It's the Squared Spine. We have DC's Satanic Panic. I guess it's just one issue. But this is basically a spooky Halloween book with a bunch of different characters like Swamp Thing, Constantine, the Demon. Who else is in it? Plastic Man's in it. It's a pretty fun read. It's a $9 book, but it's packed with like there's a lot of pages in there. Just saying. So pretty fun read. Then we have Nightwing. This is issue number 131. I just gotta say, I was really down on Nightwing and I almost dropped it. But I got caught up and I got through the slog that was Batmite. Or not Batmite, Nightmite, I think it is. Nightmite. And we got to the Nightwing Prime story that's been going on. A lot better. I feel like this storyline's been going on for quite some time. I'm kind of just ready for it to be done at this point, but solid read for this issue. Then we have Justice League Red issue number 3. This one's pretty interesting, and I love the team that they have going on here. But I just gotta say, issue one it showed all the team on the front cover. Deadman was a part of this, and that's kind of why I picked it up. Also, Simon Baz. So we don't see a lot of Simon Baz anymore. And then Power Girl, and I guess Cyborg's okay. But I picked it up because Deadman has yet to show up in this book. No Deadman. And I think the next issue is like a DCKO tie-in issue. So we'll see when Deadman shows up. He might show up in the next issue or issue 5. I don't know. Then we have the New Gods issue number 11. I am so behind on the New Gods issue number 11. I'm not just issue number 11, but the rest of the series, I guess you could say. This book, every time I read it, I feel like I just don't understand what Ram V is trying to do unless it is with Big Barda and Mr. Miracle. Then I'm like, oh, this is a fun read. But when he gets into like the other fourth world stuff, I'm like, what did you just say? I don't know what you just said. So that's that. Then we have the ending to Crypto, the Last Dog of Krypton. We have issue number 5 right here. I love this cover. A very simple, nice, sweet cover right here. I've yet to read it. I'm behind. Like, I haven't read the last 3 issues. Issue number 2 kind of traumatized me, okay? I'm never going to let that go. What happened in issue number 2? But we also have this variant cover. Beautiful, beautiful cover, which I'm going to be putting on the back behind me on my wall. I'm a sucker for awesome crypto art. Then we have issue number 13. I can't believe we're up to issue number 13 for Absolute Wonder Woman right now. I think soon, I don't know if it's in this one. Is it in this one where Zatanna shows up finally? Absolute Zatanna? I can't remember. Absolute Zatanna's coming up, I think. I don't know if it's in this one or in the next issue or whatever. Also, Absolute Batman's meeting Absolute Wonder Woman in like an issue or 2, I think it is. They're having like a series crossover or something. Then we have Immortal Legends Batman. I read issue 1. It's an interesting twist on the Batman story. I don't know if I'm going to end up liking this or not, but it's interesting and kind of quirky almost with what they're doing with Batman and the outer space and stuff. I probably should do a review on issue number 1 and get my thoughts out there. But I haven't got caught up on this one yet. And then we have, I double dipped, like I said before, Absolute Batman, issue number 13 right there with Catwoman on it. I always have to double dip. If I get a variant cover, I made it a habit to double dip. So I can have a reader copy and a copy I can put on my wall if I like the artwork enough. Then this one is Absolute Superman issue number 12. I know I've been dogging on Absolute Superman a little bit. The last couple issues, not the one with Brainiac on the cover in the last one, but I think the last 2 before that one. I was like, man, where the heck is this series going? But I do have to say, with the last issue and this issue, it is really starting to turn itself around. And I'm like, yeah, come on. We were in a down slope, you know. On an incline, but then like, woo, we got right back up, and we're getting to some really cool, interesting things. with Superman and Ra's al Ghul. I kind of want this Ra's al Ghul story to end to see where Absolute Superman is going to go after this. And then we have Absolute Green Lantern, issue number 7. Not much to say about this. John becomes a Yellow Lantern, so that's kind of cool. I'm behind on this series. I gotta get caught up. There was one weekend where I was like, a couple weeks where I didn't read anything, and I was like, damn it, like I gotta get caught up. Like once you get behind, it's kind of hard to get caught up sometimes with life getting in the way and stuff. But yeah, absolute Green Lantern. Look at all those spectrums and colors and stuff. Pretty awesome. Then we have Batgirl issue number 12 right here. Haven't read this one yet either, but this one has been a really good read so far. I definitely recommend checking it out. It's kind of like the unsung, like hidden gem of the Batman books, I feel like, at this moment. It's definitely worth checking out if you're looking for like ninjas and stuff like that. Then we have Absolute Flash issue number 8 right here. This is the origins of Absolute Barry Allen. We get to see and find out what exactly, what the experiment was that Barry wanted to do and where like they're gonna move forward with that experiment and stuff like that. But yeah, awesome book. Then we have one that I love, but it made me mad with what it did recently. R.I.P. Aquaman's beard. They shaved Aquaman's beard off. Aquaman. I almost dropped the book because they'd shaved Aquaman's beard off at this point. But I have to say, it was actually a pretty good read, and it starts to wrap into, or not wrap into, but like go into a different direction story-wise after the last story arc. Aquaman lost his family in the last story arc, and then lost his family again in this story arc, which is weird to say. But yeah, it's fun. I'm still enjoying it. I can't wait to see what happens with DCKO with Aquaman, because Aquaman is like really powered up right now with the blue, and he actually took on Superman in, I think it was issue number 8. I think it was. He took on Superman. Then we have JSA Ragnarok. This is part 2 of the last big part of the story arc that's been going on in JSA. Phenomenal issue. And in the next story arc, they're doing a JSA year 1, which I don't know if they've ever done in JSA before. But yeah, solid ending to this little story arc. Then we have Absolute Evil, which shows the appearance of the Absolute Justice League, which is crazy. I don't want to spoil who it is, but Absolute Justice League is in this book. It was weird. It was weird, and I wasn't expecting it, I have to say. So next we have actually a different issue of Batman, issue number 2. This is a fun, solid read story with primarily just Tim Drake at this point. In this issue, I did a review on it. Phenomenal issue. Probably one of my favorite issues I've read so far recently. But yeah, awesome book. Hope it stays good. Next we have, I did a review on this. We have DCKO, issue number 1. If you look, I don't know if you can tell, but my books is a little wavy. I left my books in my car when I went to work, and it was really hot here in Texas one day, and my book, or this book only, because it has like a weird plastic cover on the front of it, it warped, and now it's like has like these waves in it, and like it's just weird, and I basically fucked it up myself. Well, me and the Texas heat fucked it up, so I had to go get a new cover, and this one's pretty cool. It's not the weird plastic cover, but I picked up, this is the Mark Spears Dark Side cover, which I was like, oh man, that's really cool. I don't really like get a lot of Mark Spears artwork, but I like the like vintage look it has going for it. It reminds me of like a vintage like trading card you would find for like baseball or something like that. So yeah, I've really been enjoying that. And actually, I've been trying my best. I have to record 2 more videos this week for the rest of the DCKO tie-ins that I'm doing. I feel like I'm a glutton for punishment at this moment because I'm trying to keep up with all the DCKO tie-ins. So let's get into all the tie-ins that I got. So we have Superman. This is issue number 31 right here. I just did a review on that one. Then we have The Flash, issue number 26 right here for DCKO tie-in. I did a video on that as well, so you can go check that out. Then we have one I have not read yet, but this is Justice League Unlimited issue number 12 right here with all the different time-displaced heroes. I picked this up, honestly, Superman Blue and Hook Hand Aquaman is in this. Also, Batman Beyond. But it's not Terry McGinnis. When did Terry McGinnis stop being Batman Beyond and they gave it to Tim Drake? Just saying. Little peeved about that. Got my panties in a wad about that. I mean, it is what it is. Then we have Titans issue number 28 right here for the tie-ins. Then last but not least, we have Justice League Unlimited 11, which is the DCKO Prelude, which I read these out of order. I was like, I don't need to pick up the Preludes. It's okay. I'll just jump right into DCKO. It'll be fine. Boy, howdy. Was I wrong? So we're going to be reading that, and I got to find the Justice League, the Omega, I think it's Omega Project, I think it is, which is a one-shot that leads into DCKO. So we'll see how that is. The reviews might be a little out of order, but that'll be okay. But I would love to hear your thoughts down below about all the books I picked up. And what do you think I should check out? And what are you excited for any new series that are coming out pretty soon? I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think of DCKO at this moment? Are you reading it or not? Is it too stupid or ridiculous concept-wise? Let me know down in the comments down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below for more videos. Peace out. Stay safe. I'm Otaku Mike.